Hello, friends. It's me, and I'm joined by Sango for this one.
Hello.
It's been a little while since we were able to do stuff together.
Yes.
So, we're going to do part 6 of the Squirrel Beard saga.
Uh-oh.
By our friend Emerald Dossie.
Ooh, like the name.
So, yeah, here we go, everybody.
Alright.
Here we are, part 6. I know, I'm writing these fast. Honestly, I don't have a problem with that.
Nope.
I'm just a fast typer, and I have time, so I decided to get the whole story out as quickly as I can before I have to start focusing on prep for the new school year.
Ooh, fun.
Fair enough.
Know the feeling.
I'm going to do my best to keep this to no more than 8 parts, but I also don't want to leave you with uber long stories, so we'll see how much I can condense this, but still put in enough detail to hopefully satisfy readers.
Understandable.
Side note, Beedle expressed interest in writing his tales of dealing with Ultra Beard and Cowgirl, if anyone's interested in that.
Oh.
I am.
Yeah?
If you were willing to share them, I'm definitely willing to read them.
I am curious.
So after finding out about SB's violent outburst that I quote-unquote caused, I was more convinced than ever that he must love me. Eesh.
No.
We continued our mostly sexual relationship, and I continued to feel like a sex toy because no matter what I tried to discuss with him, it turned right to sex anyway. I figured this was just how relationships between 20-somethings went.
No.
For Christmas break that year, the break leading into my last term of school, SB invited me to spend break with him. More than that, he invited me to go on a Christmas-themed service with him and his family. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh, I can already see this going.
Now, as I mentioned before, I'm not a Christian. I'm a pagan. I don't get into specifics much unless I'm asked, because I feel like religion is a personal choice that no one should be judged on unless you use it to hurt others. I can agree with that. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I celebrate Christmas because my parents are Christian. It's colloquially known as Christmas, so I go with it. Now that I have a family of my own, my husband and I celebrate solstice with our daughter, just at home, and then we celebrate Christmas with the extended family.
Oh.
Makes sense.
Nice.
Yeah. That is to say, although I'm not a Christian, I don't mind the social aspects of religion, and I'm more than willing to partake in a respectful manner.
Understandable.
Yeah. And so, dear reader, I agreed to go to church with SB and family. Family, quote-unquote, consisted of SB's parents, little brother, and grandmother from his mom's side. I was slightly uneasy because I wanted his mom to like me. SB was very much a mummy's boy, so I knew I needed to be on her good side.
Oh, no.
I realized quickly that this family was not just passively Christian. They were hardcore.
Oh, no!
Yeah, there's a fucking red flag for you.
Woo!
Being simply respectful is not going to cut it with this group. I had to be one of them.
No.
And so, I did.
No.
I had been Christian at one point in my life, and Stepmonster had tried to convert me many times when I lived with her. So I got really good at pretending to believe for survival. I relate to that more than I could possibly explain. It wasn't hard to flip that switch. After all, it was just for one night, right? Wrong.
Of course.
Although that night went as well as one could expect, his mom tolerated me, which for her meant that she liked me. It was far from over.
Oh, no.
When I got home from my trip, during which SB and I had sex again, because of course we did, I served no other purpose to him.
Oof.
We were on the phone, and SB sounded sad.
SB, what's wrong?
We were on the phone while playing WoW, so I was only half engaged in the conversation. I was still a noob at this point. My guess is I was blowing up some murlocs in Lakeshire or something. I have no idea what that means.
Nope.
I really liked that area when I was starting out, and to this day, it's one-shooting low-level murlocs that gives me a thrill, because I'm a dork.
Oh, it's nothing. I don't think you should come to Cityville again.
This caught my attention, and I stood up, leaving my character defenseless to any horde that might wander by. This was back in the days of PvP servers. I started pacing. This is a nervous thing I often do when I'm on the phone. I walk and talk. I do that too.
Aww.
I don't know why, but I do. I started to pace in the game room.
What? Why?
What we're doing is sinful.
This coming from the man who said he wants a harem. Oh, yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, uh-huh.
Sinful?
Sex outside of marriage, we can't do it anymore, and I can't be around you. You tempt me too much.
Bruh.
Wait, are you blaming me? You started this the first night you had me go down on you when I just wanted to sleep.
I couldn't help it. I still can. It's just better if we don't see each other for a while. You lead me to temptation.
Okay. He hung up and I stood there in shock. I tempted him? He was calling me sinful when he started this. Yeah, that's what I said. And so I said, fuck him, and moved on with my life. What? No. Oh yeah, that's what I should have done. What actually happened is I decided that if he wanted a godly wife, I would be that.
No.
Don't do
No.
that.
No.
I started dressing very conservative.
Oh.
Think ankle-length skirts and oversized sweaters. Oh,
Oh,
God.
God.
I also started to attend church every Sunday alone. That is the saddest thing I've ever heard. Yeah. I saw nothing wrong in my newfound conversion, but Beedle was most concerned. So, you're going to church alone, but he's in Cityville, Beedle said in one of our phone calls.
Yeah, but I need to practice if I'm going to be a godly wife. I have to find a way to believe in God's word.
You remember why you left the church to begin with, right?
Because they were preaching the Bible says Adam and Eve and not Adam and Steve.
Right. And that message has not changed. Has your support?
No, of course not. I still believe God loves all consensual love. But the rest of the Bible I can get behind? Okay.
OP, what the hell is happening to you? This is not you.
It's the me I need to be for SB.
Okay, I'm bringing Wee One to visit for spring break. It's time I met SB in person.
Ooh. Oh yay, I can't wait to see Wee One!
To this point, I had been buying all the baby clothes imaginable and sending them to Beedle for the baby, but I had not had the joy of seeing the wee one in person. And so, I tried to be a good, godly wife candidate for SB. This lasted about a month before he started talking to me again. Within 2 days, he turned the conversation into sex again.
Uh-oh.
I told him we couldn't talk that way because it was sinful, and he said that he couldn't help it. He needed to see me again. I told him I could see him during spring break if Beedle and Wee One were welcome as well. He agreed, and we started making plans. Turned out to be fortuitous that Beedle was visiting because SB had to work a lot during spring break. This meant Beedle could keep me occupied during the day, and SB could get what he wanted at night when he came in from work. It was SB's dream, really.
Ugh.
As spring break got closer, I finally booked an appointment with the pastor of the church I was going to. I asked him about that Adam and Steve, like I heard so long ago, and told him I just couldn't reconcile a God that didn't support consensual adults being in love. I had been struggling with this, and it was the largest barrier to fully embracing the church. He told me the Bible was very clear and that it was a sin. I desperately wanted him to give me an out, but there was none offered, and it was at that moment I knew in my heart I could never believe this book that they wanted me to believe. Defeated, I left the church and never went back. With my attempt at being a godly wife a full failure, and SB seemingly over his "you're sinful" phase, I returned to my old heathen pagan self. And then spring break rolled around. I went to Cityville Airport and picked up Beedle and the wee one.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to take a moment here as a mother. The first time I saw Wee One, I was taken right away. I loved that little girl like she was my own before, but when I saw her, I knew I would lay down my life for her.
Aww.
That's sweet. At that point, I was only her aunt, but in my heart, I loved her so much more than that. Okay, enough of me being a gushing mummy. The time had come, at long last, for Beedle to meet SB in person. They had talked online before through me, but since SB had left school the year before Beedle came to the school, they had never actually met in person. I was excited. My best friend would finally meet the quote-unquote love of my life. I had to ask Beedle a bit about this part because, to be honest, I don't remember anything except sitting around SB's living room and talking while we watched Wee One play on the floor. I honestly remember a lot more about watching Wee One than I do anything that these guys said. Beedle said that he doesn't remember specifics either, but it was amicable, getting to know you kind of stuff. What I do remember is that the next night SB had to work, so Beedle and I decided to go get dinner at a nice restaurant and catch up. Of course, we took the wee one with us.
Of course.
There was a little pond right outside the restaurant with a walking trail around it, and after dinner we went for a walk. Beedle pushed wee one's prem, and I walked beside them. We walked and talked as the sun set.
Aww.
Beedle and I joke now that was our first date, and we just didn't know it at the time. To anyone on the outside, it probably did look like a date. We probably looked like a family. I think everyone but Beedle and I saw it at the time, but I digress. We get back to SB's house. Beedle got the wee one put to bed, and I went to SB's room and waited for him. I fell asleep waiting for him. Turns out he had gone out with friends after work. He was not happy that I fell asleep waiting for him and ended up going downstairs.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What?
You need sleep, don't you? I mean...
This dude sounds like a fucking douche.
Yeah, really.
So, by this point, Beedle was changing a dirty diaper, so SB sat and chatted with Beedle while he got wee one back to sleep. Beedle says he doesn't remember the contents of this conversation, and that it was probably just about gaming BS. Either way, the boys seemed to hit it off okay, for now. Beedle said later that he liked SB well enough, but something about him didn't sit right. Listen to your best friends when they try to warn you.
Yes.
As college finally came to a close, and I graduated, I ended up not getting a job in Cityville. My brother helped me get a job in Capital City at a call center he worked at.
Oof.
That was the most soul-sucking place ever, and it literally stressed me out to the point of making me physically sick several times, but that is not what this is about.
Oof.
I hear all kinds of horror stories about call centers. I ended up moving in with my brother and his roommate. We got a 3-bedroom apartment, of which I got the master bedroom because I was the girl with more stuff, and it sucked.
Yeah, I figured.
I didn't mind living with my brother so much. I hated his friend, our roommate. He was absolutely disgusting, but also bragged about how he could always find a woman's G-spot without fail.
Ew.
What a classy guy.
Ew.
He refused to clean the apartment, so I cleaned the common areas. When that happened at all, I later found out he couldn't actually get a girl, so he had a weekly appointment with a hooker. Well then. Brother actually still lived with this guy until a few months ago. Yeesh.
Oof.
He has his own apartment now and is super happy not to live with him anymore.
Can't blame him.
They're still friends and still work together, but I avoid him as much as I can, especially now that he doesn't live with my brother. Totally understandable.
Yep.
Anyway, this was the first time I lived on my own. First time I had a job. First time living away from my hometown. And it was a lot, and I'm thankful for my brother. I also had SB to make life hell.
Uh-oh.
Now that I have my own place, SB actually came to visit me a few times. It was nice to see him and not have to make the drive for a change. It was also around this time that he started giving me even more whiplash than he had before. One day, he would be telling me about a date that he was going on, and the next he'd talk to me about what we could name our children. I just couldn't keep up. I finally decided I had enough. It was also around this time that Beedle was going through his own shit. Cowgirl had shown her drunk-ass bipolar true self not long after Beedle and Wee One moved in with her. After taking months of abuse, Beedle decided he couldn't raise his daughter in that environment. He packed up what he could, drove to my place, and told him I'd help him take care of Wee One, and they could start over. He agreed, and I was happy to have the Wee One be living with me.
That's still cute.
I was certain when my lease was up, we could all get a place together and just start over. Still wasn't thinking romantically, because I'm dumb. This lasted all of 2 days before Cowgirl called crying and begging him to come home. She swore she'd changed and would stop drinking. And so, when I came home from work that day, Beedle was packed and said he was leaving. I begged him not to go back because I knew that she wouldn't change and I didn't want Wee One in on that. He insisted that it would be okay and he left. I was torn up. I had my best friend back and a baby I loved, and now they were gone again.
Aww.
This took a toll on my friendship with Beedle for a while, and it also greatly lowered my patience for the BS whiplash SB had been spewing at me. I called SB and told him I needed to see him. I was done. It was hard, but I was done. I needed to say goodbye in person. I booked a hotel and asked him to meet me there. It was an overnight trip. I wanted to say goodbye and go home the next day. SB arrived at the hotel and could see that I was upset. "What's wrong?"
Nothing. Come in.
I had said, letting him into the room. I tried to make small talk for a while. I didn't want to just spring goodbye on him. You see where this is going, I'm sure. So finally, out of small talk, he asked again, "So what's up?"
I can't do this anymore.
"What?"
It's over. I can't. I love you so much. You know how much. I can't keep up this back and forth of are we or aren't we. It hurts too much, so I have to end it. I wanted to say goodbye in person.
I said as I started crying.
Well, Pete, I do care about you.
He said as he pulled me into his arms. I cried on his shoulder, and he held me for a few minutes, and then he pushed me back onto the bed.
What are you doing? No, we can't. This has to be over.
You don't really want it to be.
I don't like where this is going.
I don't like where this is going.
I'm starting to get really fucking uncomfortable and really angry. He said as he pinned me down. I couldn't speak. I was in a state of shock and just let him do what he was doing, and he had his way. Again, I never said no in the moment, but I feel like he took advantage of my mental state to seduce me. Yeah, he did.
He did.
He's a fucking asshole. Afterwards, he asked if I wanted to grab a bite to eat. I agreed. I don't remember that meal. I don't even remember where we went because I was still in shock over what just happened. This had not been my plan. I do remember getting back to the hotel and him dropping me off.
Goodbye.
I said, planning for that to be it. He grabbed my arms.
It's not over,
he said. I looked at him and got out of the car and he drove away. Unfortunately, he was right. It was not over. All of these events, coupled with undiagnosed mental health issues on my part, led me to almost unalive myself after all this happened. Oh my god. Brothers stopped me, and ultimately I ended up moving back in with my mom so I could get my head together while I got on medication to help me.
Wow.
PSA time. As a creative person, I refused medication for a long time because I claimed it would kill my creativity. Spoiler, it didn't.
No.
In fact, it has allowed me to live a stronger and happier life than I ever dreamed. I love where my life is today. This is all a very dark time in my life, but I came out the other side. There is no shame in taking medication to help you live your best life. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes.
And seeing a professional therapist.
Yes,
Do
absolutely.
not be afraid to go see someone about this problem, and also, if they prescribe medication, do not be afraid to take it. It is supposed to help you.
Yeah. Okay. At this point, I was living with my mom. She had moved to Capital City, too, for a job. Deb hadn't moved yet, but was working on joining Mom, so at this point, it was just my mom and I in the house.
Aww.
Beedle was having issues of his own.
Uh-oh.
Cowgirl had gotten more and more abusive, and eventually Beedle had left again. Guess what? She did not stop drinking / self-medicating.
Yep.
Shocker.
There it is.
Yeah. So Beedle had taken Wee One and was doing his best to have a stable home for her. It was rough as a single dad with no real career prospects, but he did his best. From time to time, Ultra Beard would pay child support, $50 a week. Oh, how kind of her. And she would sometimes take Wee One to hang out. At this point in the tale, Wee One's about 3 or 4. Beedle trusted UB to take Wee One for overnight visits. I told Beedle that he needed to keep UB the hell away from her, but I truly had no say in it this time, and he insisted that she needed a relationship with her mother. My hands were tied.
I don't like this.
This is where we get into the reason why I loathe UB and her sister more than any other being that's ever existed in the multiverse. I take this chance to warn you. Things are about to get real disturbing.
I bet it is. Here we go.
Let's rip the fucking Band-Aid off, shall we?
Yep. Let's go.
I will not go into much detail here, and I do have Wee One's permission to share this. One day, Beedle called me in tears.
What's wrong?
That bitch.
What bitch?
UB and her sister, they...
Snake thing, anyone?
I was in shock. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I confirmed what I had heard and verified it. We later found out that it was UB's sister that had actually been doing these things. UB just helped cover it up so her sister wouldn't go to jail.
Ooh, reminds me of somebody. Are you okay?
Just really pissed off. Just really fucking angry. To say I was heartbroken doesn't even start to cover it. Yeah. I love that little girl so much, and the horror that these women, no, monsters, no, fucking horrible abominations, that's the word you're looking for, you're welcome, by the way, put her through. I'll never forgive them. No, you fucking shouldn't. She had a lot of emotional issues after that as well as some physical signs of trauma. She's 16 now and has only just started to come to terms with what happened to her. Poor fucking kid, man. She's okay now and has a wonderful girlfriend that goes to her school and knows about her past and is understanding of her trauma triggers.
Aww.
I'm truly grateful that she's finally coming out of the other side, but I will never forgive what Yubi and her sister allowed to happen to that beautiful baby girl. Yeah, no kidding. I agree with you, because, wow, I didn't think you could find anybody fucking worse in this story than little Squirrel Beard, but god damn it, there it is, isn't it?
Yep.
There it fucking is. There's so many things I'd like to say, but you're not allowed to say that on YouTube, but let's just say you understand the implications, don't you? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I was very distraught and turned to SB for comfort. He didn't have much to say, but did see this as a way to get in my pants. Somebody beat his ass with a shovel, allegedly, in Minecraft. He agreed to come see me because my mom was going back to our hometown for a weekend to help my dad prepare for his own move. I had the house to myself. SB's visit was like any other. He pretended to listen to me and my pain for as long as he could stand, and then made a move, and then we had sex. The next day, he was getting ready to head home when he sprung a surprise on me.
Opie, there's something I have to tell you.
Okay, what?
I've enlisted in the army.
I did a double take. You what?
Yeah, I'm leaving for basic next week.
So when will I see you again? When will I talk to you again?
I'm not sure.
Wow, what a fucking asshole. I was in shock, and he had to go. He told me goodbye and left. Once again, dear reader, this should have been the end of the story, but it's not. We still have 2 parts to go. Show me next time for SB in the Army. Oh, I imagine it'll fucking end well.
I bet it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that's...
Are you okay? Oh.
This is a hard one. This was a hard one, because, like...
I know.
Holy fuck. Holy fucking shit, dude. I can't even begin to explain how fucking horrible and angry this kind of shit makes me, because first off, we got this... the really fun fucking thing about all this, I can't even say what these people are. That's why we have euphemisms like snake thing, because thanks, Susan. Protect them even harder, why don't you fucking asshole? Anyway, yeah. Fucking horrible monsters. Fucking horrible fucking monsters. A lot of them. SB can go hang out with both those fucking horrible monsters. Who knows, they might like each other since they're so fucking close. What a fucking unbelievable thing. I am so fucking sorry, OP. I am so sorry to you and your daughter that you had to go through this shit, because... God damn, dude. Just god damn it.
Yeah, we won. Poor we won. I'm just glad that she's doing a lot better.
Yeah, that's the part you have to remind yourself is this is past tense, and that they're doing better now. But
yes, but it
doesn't make me any less filled with murderous rage. You know what I'm saying?
I know. That's why I'm rubbing your back.
Yeah. Usually there's an outro. Usually we do like a funny haha outro, and
that's a little hard to do a funny.
Not this time. No, I'm too upset about this. I just need to. Above anything, the only thing I want you guys to do is take care. Just be safe and just be safe out there, guys. It's
a very dangerous world.
Yeah, it's really fucked up.
With dangerous people.
And if you think anyone needs help, do your best. Just help people. This kind of shit.
Or send them to somebody that can help.
Yes, absolutely. Just. Oh boy. Just be careful out there, everybody. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.